you're coming to InvestFest, but you're not just coming. We've been talking with your team for a few months, and you have a program, and we're actually putting together a whole track of artificial intelligence from 101 all the way to, advanced level, how to incorporate it in your business for entrepreneurs. And I think we're doing like 4 different panels and fireside chats that you guys are involved in. So first and foremost, thank you for that. But I wanted to kind of give you the platform to explain what your initiative is when it comes to AI and how it's going to be incorporated inside of InvestFest.
Well, first of all, I just think it's important for us to recognize that, AI is going to be a game changer. And a lot of us, I think, are coming from a place of fear and non-engagement because we've heard so much bad stuff. And obviously, our community, we are very threat sensitive. We've been oppressed and repressed and depressed and mistreated for so long. Whenever something new comes along, the first thing is, how's this going to hurt me? And we've had that for a year now. But it's time for us to look and see, how can it help me? Because Dr. King wanted equal protection from bad stuff, but he also wanted equal opportunity, equal access to good stuff. This is going to be a multi-trillion-dollar impact. And people keep telling me, well, Black people, 99% of Black people don't know anything about AI. That's true. And 99% of white people don't either. That's called equality. That's called an opportunity. That's called jump ball. And so if this is going to be the most creative, disruptive tool ever, we're the most creative, disruptive people ever. When it comes to technology, we took 2 turntables and a microphone and took over global culture with hip hop. So that's not much technology, but we're so creative with it. Now you've got these incredibly creative tools. We shouldn't be running away from them. We should be running toward them. And so my not-for-profit organization, Dream Machine Innovation Lab, we teamed up with Will.i.am, and we launched a campaign in November called Make Wakanda Real. In other words, why should our imagination only be on the negative side? What about Wakanda as an imagination jumping off point where, we have the best technology in the world and we're using it for good and we're using it in a heroic way. We're using it in a spiritual way. We're using it in a way that honors our ancestors. Why can't we grab this technology before anybody else moves on it and move first? And if we do that, this might be better than reparations. I mean, this might be a way we can put a lot of these, banks and other people on a back foot. So, but how do you do that? That's easy rhetoric. So what we decided to do was to create the Dream Machine AI Academy and teach, basically get people together and teach folks for free how to use all these tools that are out there that, without instruction, you may not be able to feel comfortable with. Weekend of Juneteenth, we went to Atlanta. We had the first ever Dream Machine AI Academy. We had about 500 folks show up, mostly Black folk. And we taught everything from how to make a film, how to make a business plan, just unbelievable stuff. And we had the backing of Microsoft. So we had the backing of Amazon, Microsoft, and others. And we literally were able to create like a Saturday school. And the youngest person there was 3, the oldest person there was 70, and everybody came away really surprised. This could be a jetpack for your business. You can save a bunch of money because you're using AI tools. You're not gonna have to pay for it as much on the marketing side, on the creative side. It can be a jetpack. If we wait, it's gonna be a hand grenade. But if we move first, it can be a jetpack for what we're doing. And so that's what we're bringing to InvestFest.
I'm looking at the classes and on the call, we kind of spoke about it. And I was like, man, I wish we could be there to see it. So we had advanced AI prompting, AI imaging making, filmmaking, music tools, using AI to develop discretionary income, all these things. As you saw it come to life, what did it feel like? What's been the feedback from that initial class?
Well, the feedback was unreal because for one thing, I think people felt hopeful. It's like the political situation, the economic situation, even the weather, everything seems depressing. But here's this whole new set of opportunities that nobody has ever really had before. Not just Black people, nobody's seen tools that can do this. And so we've never had this, in 400 years, we never had the opportunity to be on the ground floor of something like this. Usually you have to have so much capital I mean, it's hard to start, a factory. It's hard to start an airline. It's hard to start a gold mine. I mean, that type of stuff is usually out of our reach. This is readily available tools just lying around. And so it's really exciting. And then, there also are already a lot of Black folk who are in AI who I didn't really know existed. It's not like we had to go get a bunch of white folk to come teach us. Ashley Lawrence is a brother at Microsoft. He came and was on the first panel. This dude is like one of the top AI people on planet Earth. His brother. There's another leader named XIE. They came. They've been in this stuff for, I think, 12 years. Actually, they're the person who made AI able to recognize Black people, because AI at first was calling us monkeys and stuff. And so this person had to step in and fix that. So, and, X is dope, just young and amazing. And so we had Black experts who could break this stuff down at the highest level, who came all the way to Atlanta just to be there. They wanted to be with the community. They were so glad to see us finally, because they've been often the cuts, like treated like nerds. Now, finally, they're being embraced by us. We're embracing them. It was a really beautiful experience. And I can't wait to bring it to InvestFest. It's going to be amazing.
I know there's been a lot of talk about large language modeling, and the costs are astronomical. Like, how do you think we can get into maybe niche models that can have an impact on our communities that will allow us to maybe sell the IP to a Microsoft or a Google, Meta, etc., and break in that way?
Look, I mean, there the different levels to get in. The level we're focused on is just literally use the tools. Even if you're not, accessing supercompute, even if you're not accessing, if you're not figuring out ways to sell data, just use the damn tools, because you're going to be able, instead of spending your whole weekend on a business plan, you can get it done in 20 seconds. I mean, just that kind of stuff. So that's one level, just basic introduction. Just literally whatever you're doing, you can do it better, faster, smarter, cheaper using these tools. And if you don't do it, somebody next to you is going to do it, and you're going to be out of business. So that's the first level. And then, look, man, the Black community right now has so much power, but we're not using it against these type of problems. We have a lot of political power in terms of people in elective office. We have cultural power. We have spiritual power. But the Black church, the Black business community, the Black political class, we need to go to these companies as a collective and say, look, you need to set aside a certain amount of compute for us, because that's going to be the new goal. The new data is, how much compute do you have access to? We should say we want every Black college to have a set aside where we have basically our own supercomputers in our own institutions, so we can do what we need to do. And for them, they might say, well, we don't want to do that. Say, okay, well, you don't want to do that. Well, you're going to have a big problem because you need cultural adoption. Black people determine what's cool and what's corny on planet Earth, period. So even though America's only, 5% of the world's population, Black people in America only 10%, we still, for that tiny group, we own global culture. So if you want your products to be adopted properly, you need to make them available to us. If you want them to be messed up, be like, if you want a bad time in the culture, we can determine that.